Do 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 do. Folks, the slaughter will start in about 5 minutes here. 5 minutes. All right, you folks. Reason why I wanted to make this video, and you guys are welcome to play it back. A lot of you folks have asked me pretty much what I do for a living, whether I beat off or something like that. And the truth of the matter is I don't lay around and smoke cigarettes all day or anything like that, or cigars. I don't smoke cigarettes, anything. So I just wanted to show you guys exactly what I do, and I'm going to show you a live demonstration of something that, well, the vegans may be upset about, but oh well. So as I run about 4 different websites that are all e-commerce. So each one of them has a chat room in there. This one here is my online grocery site. This one is I sell ritual supplies, metaphysical stuff, and gifts. This one has my gym and school supplies. And this one contains medical equipment. Now I have one more site, which is Budget Medical Supply, but it doesn't have a chat room in it. It runs pretty good by itself there. So from 9 to 5, I turn these online. As you can tell, I can turn them on and off. And it tells me how many visitors that I actually have. Usually this picks up around 4 o'clock actually, as well as definitely in the morning. Right now, it's mid-afternoon, so I figured I'd go ahead and, show you pretty much what I do here. So, that's one thing. So, not only that, I'm also answering calls here. Right now, I have it to voice and fax, so that way I'm not disturbed while I'm... Well, you guys will see what I do, really. This is just e-commerce. The benefit of this is it runs itself, essentially. 99% of the people that purchase from these sites just go and make their purchases, and they don't do pretty much anything here. So let me give you an example as far as to one of my sites here. So this here is the Caliber Fitness and Medical site there. As you can tell, I sell a bunch of stuff here. And if you'll notice, you have a chat room. It's very important if you're going to be running any type of business to have an e-commerce room. This here is Caliber Gym. This here is Gym Supply. If you notice, the chat room is there. Then, of course, we got the Well of Mimir. Chat room right there. I'm selling all the ritual supplies. And, of course, what I forget. Oh, yeah. The grocery site. I'm selling groceries. Then, finally, my second and original business site. This one here is a lot older. It's a little over 10 years old. So it doesn't have a chat room. It does not have the ability to have a chat room. So this is very easy to run. So guys, if you're going to get into the business itself here, as far as e-commerce is concerned, you have to make sure everything's set up, such as SEO and stuff like that. I do have other workers, Fiverr. I actually outsource some of the SEOs. And as you can tell, I do have visitors currently on the pages here. And those will pop up. Most people will go and I'm not going to show the numbers itself. So we're going to let them go and shop and everything like that. So that's one part of the business. Like I said, it's automated. It runs itself. Now, the next part is, of course, my main business site, the Goodrum Group. So what does the Goodrum Group do? Well, it's quite simple. The Goodrum Group handles any type of... This here is my main... I would consider it a corporate page. Now, I do show business and finance and marketing and stuff like that. There's a phone number that you can contact me back at, but I'm going to show the main purpose of this website. Now, what I actually do is I do what's called web scraping and web building for sales here. Now, that takes a little bit more work, in other words. So let me show you an example of one of my scrape websites. I built this about 2 weeks ago. The time it takes for me to deploy any of these websites is going to be about 2 to 3 hours. This one took a little bit longer because I had a couple of issues with it. This is an age domain site, which is what I want to look for. This website here was built was 2004 and it went offline in 2008. I found the domain name, paid like $20, or excuse me, $24. It was $5 for the auction, and then I had to renew the domain itself there. So that made it $24. Then what I did is I go to a website called Big Profit Store or Product Store. I go and find a suitable auto-loading website, and then I load it up there. So the time to deployment as far as a website is concerned, between that, I would say I have to move it over and switch the domain control over to my VPS server. And then I auto-load the website. I make a couple of changes, auto-load some articles, just generic articles. Boom, you have a website. And then what I do is I actually put it on Flippa, or I'll put it on GoDaddy. I can sell this website. I believe I'll get about $500 for it, $500 to $1,000. It really all depends. Quicker websites such as .info, the .com is going to be the best money makers especially if they're well aged. But if I need a little quick cash, I'll get a .info, and the benefit of that is, you can snatch up those domain names for like $2.99. So we got that down basically. So how do I go and find all these nice little domains? Well, here comes the fun part, folks. check this stuff out here. All right, let's say I want to locate myself a nice little domain. So what I'll actually end up using is a special tool called Scrapebox. That's right, Scrapebox. So what does Scrapebox actually do? If you guys ever go to any blogs or forums or so forth, yes, I will save it live there. No, this isn't a six-figure business there. It makes a, modest income or so forth, but, it pays the bills for right now until there's a couple of other projects I need to build up here. No, I didn't do a PPP scam, but let's get on with the show, folks, here. Like I said, if you guys have any general fitness or business questions about vegan gains or blaha or so forth, you got to wait until the midnight run. That will be Friday at 10 o'clock p.m., of course. This here is a simple demonstration. It's a special one here. One that you guys will play back, and yes, I'll keep this up here. So this here is Scrapebox. Generally speaking, this is used for spamming there, It spams forums and stuff like that here. That and XRumor. I've had this license. I've been using this tool since 2015. And I absolutely love it. The reason being is I can harvest keywords. I can harvest URLs and stuff like that. So I'm going to enlarge this screen. So the first tool we're going to look at, if I want to get a specific one as far as a domain, if I just didn't feel like scraping or anything like that, then I'll use the TD Nam scraper. And what I will do is I'll put in a keyword. Let's say I want to build a vegan website. I'll go ahead and hit the server button. And it's going to pull up all the domains available for sale on GoDaddy. So we have chef's vegan and stuff like that. And you want to look at the age itself. So what I like usually doing is I like putting in number 5. And it's going to tell me all the domains that are aged. So I have this list of domains. Let's say I want to use Middle Eastern vegan. So in order to check this out, I like using the Wayback Archive here. So we'll go to middleeasternvegan.com. It's going to show the history on it there. So, and this is what I like doing here because it's always important to check out and see what the site was all about there. So if you see this yellow, that means there's nothing there. What you want to look for is blue. If you see like a little green dot, for example, that means that it's being redirected there. So this one is, we don't want that one here. So let's go back to scraping. This one here is let us be vegans. We don't want that one. We don't want right way vegan. This one would be pretty good. The vegan recipe blog. Let's check that one out. So we're going to go and put this one in. We'll see what we get from here. Whoops, typed it wrong. Give me just a minute. Take the T out. All right, now this is what I like seeing here. Even though this isn't an aged website here itself, there's a lot of good stuff in here from what it looks like. This domain's been crawled a bunch of times here. So we'll go ahead and look at the snapshot as far as what this website looked like in the year 2018. So let's go ahead and pull that up. And let's see what we got here. May take a while to pull up, so we'll go back. Let's take a look at the price on this one here. So I do like the price itself. It's only $5, you know. A lot of these websites is like 50. Vegan Chocoholics, I don't know what the hell that is. Vegan Hunt Club, that would be a good site for vegan gains there for hunting, you know, and stuff. So here comes the site itself. Sometimes this will come up there and sometimes it won't. Web Archive has been acting up a lot lately. So its chances are this site probably will not come up here. But we'll see in just a minute. It's pulling something else up. Superfood chocolate bark or something. So this here is the original website itself there. It looks like a typical... generalized website here. And I can simply take... If I wanted to buy this website, I can then... you know, I can go and just auto deploy one of these websites here, purchase it, remove it over to my domain, and then subsequently build a website, put it on Flippa, and sell it. But I'm not going to buy this one here because this one, like I said, it's only 5 years old or so forth. But there's no commercialization behind this per se. Not only that, this is a European website. The reason I know this is simply because, if you'll see, there's a $sign down there for euros. So this wouldn't be a good website to purchase here. So let's say I wanted to, let's say I really wanted, I didn't feel like wanting to buy something expensive like $50 here. So we're going to close out the TNAM scraper, and we're going to go to my favorite one. This here is the expired domain finder. So I can't run it from another location. That's right, I forgot to close it out. So we're going to do this again. So the expired domain finder, what it does is it'll scrape any URL or location that I wish, and it's going to locate any type of banned domain names. Now, the benefit of scraping these is they're not going to be on sale, and I can pick these up for real cheap, like $5 or $9. I won't have to pay $50. Plus, these are websites that have already been accessed on those locations, so they're guaranteed to make some quick cash. So what we're going to do, and one of my favorite places to scrape is Wikipedia, but I also like this scraping discussion forums here. So this here is the Happy Cow Vegan forum. This is one of my favorite ones. There's another vegan board up there, and this is good for this particular site for natural remedies and stuff. You know, it takes a little bit of it's easy to deploy, and I can put some cheap articles on here. And yes, this is web flipping. I see that question here itself. So what we're going to do is, this here's the vegan forum and chat board. I am going to copy this. Then I'm going to load the domain itself here. I'm going to update that. Now, the next thing I need to do is set the crawl depth. And usually I'll set it at 2. Let me show you what happens if I set the crawl depth at 1. So I'm going to go ahead and release the Kraken. And what it does is it sends a web spider out to the Happy Cow Vegan. And if you'll notice, it doesn't give me anything because I'm scraping the front page. Usually there's only one domain name. So let's switch the Kraken to level 2. This will be a more deeper level. I can actually go up to 25, and it'll take millions of links out, but I don't really want to do that because then we'd be sitting here all day. So I have the crawl depth set at level 2, and once again we're going to release the Kraken. And what it's going to do is my little web spider is going to go to the Happy Cow Vegan, and it's going to go ahead and start crawling. Come on, bullet. Okay. I may need to adjust this a little bit. So here's what we'll do. I'll get this changed over. We'll update that, and let's see if it works this time. Oh, that's right. I'm in the live stream right now, so I may not be able to do any scraping whatsoever. So, yep, it's not going to allow me to scrape while I'm on a live stream here. Although, let's try something else here. Give me just a minute. Let's go to Wikipedia. There may be a block on it there or so forth. I'm not sure why it isn't doing a scrape or anything. So let's go ahead and take this domain name. change this out. We'll set the crawl depth back at 2. And if it doesn't scrape this time, it's probably because I'm on this live stream. So let's take a look and see what it does. So let's see if it's crawling. Alright, so now it's actually crawling there. So if you'll notice down, and I'm going to enlarge this here. If you'll notice, it's now pulling up all of the expired domains. I can't use the GOV domain names because those are owned by the government. You don't want US. Def data, ooh, that's not bad. Now, this one would be interesting, the Wyoming Diet Association. What I can usually do with that one here is I can actually do a redirect. I can buy this and I can redirect it to their main website, and I can put an affiliate link in there, toss that in, make a little bit of cash on that. See, the good thing about buying domains is there's a lot of things I can do with it. I can straight up just sell the domain, not put anything into it. I can take it and I can build a website such as that MLM All-Stars, or I can actually just redirect it itself. So there's a number of different things that I can actually do. So it is now scraping. But I tell you what, let's scrape let's go find another one here. Let's try to scrape this vegan form, because I need one for my, I mainly need one for my herbal remedy site there. So we're going to stop that. We're going to stop the scrape. We're going to scrape this form instead. And go, my little web spiders, go. Get them vegans. All right. We're pulling out a couple of things here, so I don't know why I wouldn't scrape that happy cow. Maybe they have it blocked or so. Master toe. That's not good enough. Let's go a little deeper. Let's get all up in it. Yeah. Set the depth level to 3. Web spider's going to be sent. Come on, Kraken. Give me something. So it's going to scrape back to level 2. Now this is just going to go deeper into it there. This is how you use a web crawler there, by the way, which is exactly what it is. It's a web spider. The same thing that you see in those forums and those comments and stuff like that, but I use it for white hat purposes. If I wanted to use it for dark hat stuff here, what I would end up doing is I would harvest it, and then I would use the fast poster and put the URLs in, and it'll automatically post, but I would then put proxies into it so that way they can't find out who it is, basically. If I was going to do something, I would then use the manual poster. But let's go ahead and get back to the crawling. And now we have 3,547 links that are going to be checked. Yes, Andrew, I've done live demonstrations in front of the class. This is going to be the first one that I'm actually going to do itself. So that way, because a lot of you guys are asking me what I actually do. I don't just lay around and just do anything. I pretty much scrape most of the day. And like I said, if I find a really good website, then I'll go ahead and immediately buy it, and I'll immediately put it on Flippa. I won't go and put any website or any domain on it. It just really all depends. The reason why I went and created this particular site is because it's not been used in about 3 or 4 years. And if that's the case, then I'm going to put something up there. Let Google index it once I put the Google Site Kit on it there. And once it shows back up into the Wayback Archive, that means Google has reset those links, and that way it can bring in the traffic. So we have Healy. So we're getting a couple of hits there in this vegan website. So it's just going to scrape a little bit here. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to actually mute this here real quick. Because I need to get on the phone. So 1 second. Hello? Oops. Actually, I'll do that in just a minute here. We're going to go ahead and finish this scrape and see what we got here. No, there's no magic secret to success or anything. Gotta do work for a living. While I'm usually scraping there, usually I'll go ahead and check back my discussion chat, see who's in there. All quiet on that in front there. I'm going to find out what happened. I've scraped this site plenty of times for good stuff there. Must be an off day or so. So it's still scraping, and even at the depth of 3, if you notice, it's found 3,547 different domain names that are possibly vegan related there. Most of them are already going to be registered, but it's going to show the expired ones. I don't know what masterchef.to is. So we're at 2,000 now, so or just about at 2,000. And while that's finished scraping there, this pretty much shows the link pages, the Alexa ranking. There's usually gonna end up being 0 because these are expired domains. They've not been used in a while, and chances are these pages appears to have already been scraped before. I try to scrape one particular keyword probably like once a month or so forth. Tomorrow I'm gonna scrape for koi fish actually because I have a koi fish blog. You'd be surprised as far as to general subjects are concerned. As far as to this one pulled up Goth Alex. Now this one here, I'm familiar with that. That's came up before. I can't use that site because that's a personal site there. So in order for me to reduplicate that, I would have to have the rights to her artwork. So that one's a no bueno. By the way, this is a European site, but it doesn't really matter. I've purchased European websites just as well because they'll sell to the European market as well. So don't worry about the UK. You don't have to have a .com or anything. Pineapple deficiency. What is that? Let's check out pineapple deficiency. This one might be interesting, actually. What the fuck? What is that? Well, obviously, we're not going to rebuild this site. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's the thing about doing a live show. Like I said, sometimes you get stuff like this here. I wonder who drove this here, Big Lenny or so, or was this... Jeez. Well, as far as this website is concerned, I don't think I'll be purchasing it there. But let's say I did want to purchase it. We'll go to GoDaddy. We'll put the domain name in. And of course, it's going to give us a price. It's usually going to be like $10 for something like this. But actually, this one's 1 penny there for the first year with a 2-year registration. It gives the estimated value as being 1,073, but judging by that page itself, does this look like a $1,000 website? I mean, seriously. Oh, boy. Hey, this is from a vegan website, so it doesn't surprise me one bit that someone would do some stuff like this. This is shit. All right, we finished scraping, so it looks like this site has already been scraped to death there, so looks like there's like 7 websites. None of them are pique my interest whatsoever. I usually like going for unique names or so forth, but that's all for this presentation here. I hope this was educational for you. Like I said, I just wanted to show you guys exactly what I do here, so I don't just sit around all day or shit like that. So, folks, you guys take care. I'm going to end the stream. I got to get back to work. See you later.